from the soul with it. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? The Allen Rex coming to you live with yet another video. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to click that subscribe button. So I want to get into this topic. I want to talk about Tasha and everybody calling her a thot. I'm just really getting tired of it. It's like, man, let's just move on, bro. It's just getting old now. Like, everything that everybody's starting to say, I've been saying in the beginning. If you go watch my videos, if you've been a subscriber, then you already know. But in the past, I've already said these things, and these things will come into fruition that fans would start to see, how Tasha is, because Angela was the villain. And all these characters, first of all these characters have a lot of dirt. They got a lot of filth on them. But Angela and Ghost were the villains. So when you're the villain, you have people who, and people that do dirt as well, you have a lot of people who point the finger at you and they try to hide, their mistakes, and they try to hide, their, manipulative ways, and, pretty much they just try to, distract you from the dirt that they do. So they try to point all the blame on the villains because it's so easy, So like I said, Angela was just as foul as Tasha. Ghost was just as foul as Tommy and Dre and all these other people, all these characters up here. None of these characters are saints. They've all done dirt. Kanan, etc., etc. Sean, all the characters, And, the whole thing with Ghost and Tasha, see, the thing with Ghost is, Ghost would probably end up cheating with Angela anyway. The girl he had his first kiss with, you seen him share moments with her that he never shared with Tasha, as far as like the little dolphin thing that the little girl choked, that daughter choked on. And I think season 1 or season 2, I think it was season 1 if I'm not mistaken. Even though, despite him being married, he probably still would have stepped out on his marriage and got with, with Angela. And come to think about it, I never even thought of that, but Tasha did ask Ghost who was that female in the club the other night at season 1. So it could go both ways, Tasha could have believed in his dream. Both of these characters were wrong in so many different ways. Angela could have said that, hey, you're married, don't come to me until you're done. You're really done with your wife. And then Tasha, she went and got with Sean. She masturbated in the car with Sean after she wasn't getting the attention that she wanted. Got with Sean, and then she ended up getting with Silver later on once Ghost wanted to patch things up. So both of these characters, I've heard it so many times that Tasha's a thot, Tasha's a thot. It's like it's time to move on now, bro. Like, I've read the comments and I've seen so many fans like now are saying, oh, I hope Tasha died. The character Tasha needs to die. And like, I've never been like, to the point where I was just like, man, I hope the character Tasha die off. Like, I already knew that. I just didn't like the fact that women were just riding so hard for Tasha and not realizing that all these characters are, dirty. All these characters have flaws. So they have to embrace that, if you embrace Tasha flaws, you have to, or if you sit up here and point the finger at Angela flaws, you got to do the same thing for Tasha. Tasha is getting a lot more camera time now, and you're actually getting to see the things that she's doing. So now she's the villain now, instead of Angela, to whereas Angela hasn't been getting as much camera time as she was getting in the past. Like, we always see Angela, whether it was working on the case, whether it was hanging with James or doing other things, being with Greg, or like, just certain things. But now you see is where Tasha is with Terry, with James, with Keisha. She's getting a lot more camera time, so now she's the villain, and now people get to point the finger at her now this time around. So and another thing is, I love the villain role, like people who play the villain role. So like, while everybody's going against Tasha, like now I'm pro Tasha, I guess, because she's the villain. I love the villain role. When Ghost and Angie was the villain, those was my two favorite characters. Dre is starting to become the villain now, so I'm starting to like Dre, and I'm starting to like Tyreek as well. I just like the villain role. That's just my thing, man. Like, the villains, they don't care what they say. They do what they want. They free, and everybody point the blame at them while they try to hide their dirt, and then they end up getting exposed, and then people be all shocked. You be like, why you shocked? Like, I've been knew this. Like, I've been seeing that this person was dirty, but people don't see that, and it is what it is. Y'all get in that comment box, like, share, subscribe. I'm out.
Look, straight from the soul with it.